Hey Aquarius, you're tuning into your May 2020 X reading. I hope everybody is happy and well. I'd like to thank each and every one of you that have liked, subscribed, shared, commented, viewed. You guys are awesome. And I love the energy you bring to Soul Embers. I'm so unbelievably grateful to be part of such a beautiful community that you guys are building here. I will never tire of telling you just how much I appreciate each and every one of you. I know it might get repetitive, and I'm not sorry. I will keep on telling you just how much I appreciate you. If you're new to Soul Embers, welcome. My name's Andrea. I hope you find whatever it is that you seek here. Everything and anything you need to know about how I go about doing the readings, how energy and timing can be applied, what to do if the message doesn't resonate, the disclaimer, and my contact details. For those of you wanting to reach out for a personal reading, I'd love to do one for you. So Aquarius, what is going on with the X? What is going on with the X? What brings you to this reading? What is it that you'd like to know? What is it that you'd like to know about the X? What brings you to this reading today, and who am I connecting with? You know, guys, energy with the X's can be quite challenging. We all know this. But from what I've realized from the comments that you guys leave, and not just the Aquarians, but Aquarians or the Aquariuses, what is the plural? Yeah, just as a collective, I find that a lot of you don't actually want to reconcile with your ex. However, there are energies that you're having trouble releasing and letting go, whether they be hurt, pain, resentment, anger, disappointment, however it fits for your situation. I do hope the guidance that I provide is helpful. However, if there's anyone out there that's applied something in their life and it's been successful in really cutting the cord and releasing their ex, please do comment below and share it. It might help one of our other beautiful viewers make a positive shift in their life. So let's jump into it, Aquarius. Enough of the chit chat, and let's see what energy you are going into for the month of May in love, romance, and how the X is tying into that energy. What message do we have for Aquarius and their X, please? Message for Aquarius and their X. Okay, grounding. Wow. Take everything that you have learned so far and ground it. That is really, really powerful, Aquarius. Very powerful. And you know, I can't help but look at, you know, this lady here. She's holding a pendant on her foot, and it's got the evil eye in there. So I have this feeling I need to protect, learn from those external influences that you feel caused you a series of events that you deem to be bad luck, let's say, or things weren't going your way. And so there's this need to really protect your energy. Maybe be careful about what you share, who you associate with. And, you know, if it's got to do with dating, what their, you know, immediate family, their very close friends, their community, how they function and operate, and if they can be toxic in one way or another with the words that they say and what they put out into the universe, because that could affect you, right? So I'm getting this feeling as you walk into May, Aquarius, that you have definitely you are looking forward. I don't see you looking back. I do feel that you have learnt a lot and that you're ready to take on new love and romance. And there are certain aspects of you that have shifted entirely, and you really want to apply that now in your new dating, in your new relationships, in dating with new people, like a new caliber of intimacy, intimate relationships, let's say. And I feel that while you have all this knowledge behind you, you'll find you're at that point in your life where you really want to take all of that new knowledge, you want to take all of those lessons and how has helped you evolve, and how it's really helped you expand mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and bring it into your tangible world so you can start attracting a new type, let's say, into your life. So let's have a look at what the X is doing. What's the X up to as we step into May? Power. You have the power within you to create change. Wow, so this is all about new cycles, I believe, anyway. I look at this card and these two hands are holding the world. What seems to be the world, to me anyway, illuminated in their hands. And for so long now, I feel that you guys kind of became stagnant in your relationship when you were in union. I feel that there was a point where you would develop, they would develop, and then it would kind of plateau. They really questioned their their confidence in being able to deliver in a particular way, and they would self-sabotage the relationship, and it would reach a point where there was no further growth. I feel that they wanted to be invested and they wanted to create change for you in union, but they didn't have the personal power, the confidence, that whole I can. I feel there's a great need for that, the energy within their solar plexus. It was blocked. Really low self-esteem, which you may not have realized at the time when you were in it. You may be seeing it now. These may be part of the lessons that you've learned upon reflection about this person. They really would analyze things. They really didn't want to apply themselves, even though they wanted to create change, out of fear of things not going well and them being rejected. So they would rather not try, even though they wanted to create the change and try. They wanted to play it so unbelievably safe that it got to the point where they weren't moving at all, and neither was the union. And so this is what I'm getting. They may have had, I feel that this, whenever you triggered them, whenever you hit the nail on the head for them and you brought this to their attention, they would fly off the handle. I feel that's when they became overly sensitive. It stopped being about the problem and it started being about them, and they would redirect it to what they've done rather than the problem that was at hand. So you found that was the point, that they were the barriers that they'd put in place so that they wouldn't have to apply confidence and have a grown-up discussion and say, you know what, okay, let's work through this. How can we work through it? What can I do? Their self-esteem was so low that they would just block it out completely. To you, it may have seemed like they were completely controlling. It may have seemed like that they were selfish and unwilling to compromise, unwilling to reciprocate. You were trying to bring things to fruition in a union to help it grow, and they were trying to throw it back at you every time you it was like you'd hit a barrier, a force field, every time you came in with certain conversations, right? So that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. And I feel that now, Aquarius, you've taken a big step back. Now that you're not in union and you're looking at this person from every angle, and you're starting to understand where the gaps are, as to, where the problem was, as far as getting this off the ground and really gaining momentum and really growing it. And you've realized that, you know what, I can't force this, nor do I want to force it. I've learned my lesson. I've learned that I can yell and scream it at someone. I can be nice about it. I can hold their hand through it. I can motivate, uplift them. I can hold them. I can carry them through it. But at the end of the day, if they're not going to take the leap with confidence and take action, then I end up feeling resentful. I end up feeling like that I've overcommitted, I've overgiven, and I end up feeling out of balance, and it's not on. So moving forward, I'm going to apply things in a very different way, and I'm going to attract a different type of energy in my life, which is where you're at now in this grounding. Your ex, on the other hand, has finally realized that, you know what, they do have the power within them to create a change. What are they going to do with this power though, and how does it actually, and how does it affect this situation, which is what brings you here today, I guess. All right, let's pull some cards. Let's pull some cards for you and see how you're going to work through this in the month of May. So both of you are having new beginnings, I feel, realizations, aha moments about each other. I feel that there is a lack of trust on your end, and I feel there is a certain sense of acknowledgement, yet a bit of a hurt ego. Yeah, I feel this person still needs to work on their solar plexus. This is an energy they're going to be battling with and resisting throughout the month of May. Whereas you're just moving forward and you're like, yep, I've learnt my lesson. You can sit there. You can sit in your corner over there and you can fight yourself. And you can try and fight with me because you need an outlet and need to blame someone. That's cool. You can do that, but it's just not going to work for me. I'm just going to keep moving. I'm not going to be the outlet for you anymore. I'm not going to feed it anymore. That's the energy I feel you're going into, right? I feel that you have been waiting for this person to communicate. Up until this point though, Aquarius, I feel that you took a step back and you wanted to give them the opportunity to really understand what they wanted, even an ultimatum to a degree. It's almost that feeling where you said, look, this is what needs to be done. We're not moving forward. This is what's happened, and you've given them an ultimatum, whether it be because they didn't put the relationship as a priority, or whether it be because they didn't invest in its growth. Okay, so you had a conversation with them which ultimately led to them going their separate way, or you going your separate way, depending on what their response was. And if it was the response that I'm thinking of, it could have been that flying off the handle and angry type of thing, and you're like, you know what, I'm over this SHIT, I'm out the door, I can't deal with this. Come and talk to me when you're grown up and you can actually have a conversation, because this isn't a conversation, this is you talking at me. Right? So that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. So you gave the person the space to come at you in a more appropriate manner and have a decent conversation. And you have been keeping an eye on them, and you've been waiting, and you've been thinking about, you've been watching their movements, you've been analyzing them. Like I said, you've been looking at them through every different angle, trying to find where the gaps are, and you have come to some conclusions, and you have learnt your lessons from those. And so now that you've learnt those lessons, as you step into May, you really want to make firm steps towards creating an environment in your intimate relationships that reflects the knowledge that you now have and attracts the energy that you want. Okay. Meanwhile, your ex, they're very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like it's all talk. You know that there's this saying where, and it's almost like they want to show up as a king or a queen, as the boss, and they have that boss talk, and the ego is through the roof, let's say, but their actions are that of are anything but that. So what they do and what they say, who they say they are is absolutely not what they're living. Yet they want to create that change. Remember, they've realized they have the power to create that change. It's just that they don't know how to. So this realization has really taken a hit at their confidence. Whatever conversation took place here, you really did strike at their ego. And it may have been necessary. You may have been the one that was the catalyst to them having a realization that there is a place for pride and ego, absolutely, but not when it is over the top. Not when it takes over to the point where we're not able to make the connection emotionally, spiritually, mentally, when it's our driving factor, because we don't want to face certain things. So this is what they're working through in the month of May. While you have been out there waiting for their communication, they've been trying to they've come to the realization that, you know what, I do have the power to create change. So how do I get from where I am now, who I truly am, naked within myself, to this person that I say that I want to be? And they're taking the time to think about that. While they're thinking about that, it's because they potentially want to reconcile with you, Aquarius. But what I'm getting is that you're like, yeah, I've been waiting for you, but let me tell you, I've learnt my lesson and I'm ready and willing to meet other people that match my energy. I don't feel that you're completely closed off from this person. All right, so let me pull out a couple of more cards before I close off this reading for you. Oh. Either way, Aquarius, whichever way you go, I feel you're in complete control, because you've done the work within yourself. Like, you've had these realizations. You are stripped of ego. You are stripped of pride. You know exactly who you are and where you stand. So with you not having that ego and not having that pride that takes over and builds resentment and builds that bravado, let's say, what happens is you're able to see exactly who you are, think about who you want to be, and make those positive steps towards becoming that, and set those focused intentions, which is exactly what this learning process has done for you. And you are going to be able, and you're going to continue working on that, and you're going to set those intentions and you're going to bring them down, and you're really going to start interacting with people that match your energy. As May closes out, I feel that this X will fall further and further into the distance. And what you'll be waiting for is something that's going to match that and really embed what you've learnt. In the meantime, your ex will definitely be working on themselves and trying to match your energy. Either way, Aquarius, you are in complete control, because you know who you are, and that has not changed from the beginning. You are open and willing to accept, constructive criticism, and take that upon yourself to reflect on it and do the work that you need. You have that confidence. You have that ability to accept and take responsibility and say, yeah, you know what? I have these great qualities, but this is an area I really want to work on. And so because you're able to do that, you keep expanding, you keep growing, you keep learning from those lessons, you keep drawing in a new type of energy. This person, though, this person keeps on repelling it. Because they lack the confidence. And so throughout May, they're going to be really battling themselves. And if they reach out, it's because they want to instigate something to get some sort of an acknowledgement to boost their ego. In the meantime, you're going to be like, no, you go over there and do that, please, because I'm working on myself and I'm working on attracting people that match me, not want to prevent me from growing. Or that don't want to have a discussion that doesn't end up, or want to have a discussion that doesn't end up in an argument, you know. Anyhow, Aquarius, I hope you found that helpful. As always, please do comment below, because as I always say, I'm nosy and I love reading your comments, and it also helps me better connect with your energy for future readings. Have a fantastic month, and I will see you for your June 2020 X reading. Bye, Aquarius.